It's cold. Good morning. It's Tuesday, January 2nd. This is the second day of week one of 52 and 52, where I try to write a short story every week for a year. And then at the end, we will be compiling all those stories into a collection and selling it to the masses. If you'd like a free copy of the book when it is done, you can sign up for my Patreon. Links down there in the doobly-doo. You can go to my Twitch, any place you want to go. Basically, $5 a month gets you, on any of these platforms, $5 a month gets you a physical copy, an ebook copy, and an audiobook copy sometime next year. I'm not sure when it's going to get started. Of course, I don't know how long it's going to take to edit all this stuff. But yeah, first order of business this morning is I got some wild-ass news. Some very wild, because I'm me, and I'm no big deal. 3 of my pen names ended up on Midjourney's leaked list of authors and creators, artists, all that stuff that they have been using to feed their database, which all of us knew. Anybody in the creative field knew that AI was a problem, knew that these companies were drawing from somewhere, and it just so happens 3 of my names are on this list. I think one of them is hilarious, because it was a joke and it wasn't meant to be there. It wasn't meant to happen. It was just something I goofed off with that became mildly successful. And then the other 2 sold really, really well. I don't know why the third one is there. But anyways, so there's your update. I doubt I'll see a penny from anything. Even there's 16,000 creative individuals on that list. And if there's a class action, we might get $100 each, if that. I've been a member of several class action lawsuits, and I think the most I've gotten is like $6.50. But this one was probably going to be much, much more than the other ones that I was involved with. So yeah, Midjourney owes me some coin, whether that be pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. I don't know. Midjourney owes me some feria. So how are you guys doing today? Y'all woke up? I'm not. I'm just here. I am going to start writing here very shortly. I know where this story is going. I just have to fill in the blanks. I got the next 3 stories ready, so this month is taken care of. Not ready as in written, but ready up here in my head. I got a story about a family of 4 that get stuck in a loop after visiting a barbecue restaurant and going down a seemingly abandoned road. And then I have another one about a ex-mob hitman. I'm not really sure where that's going to go, but if you spend enough time on TikTok, YouTube, any of those places, you will see the interviews with all these ex-mobsters, these hitmen and whatnot, talking about what's going on, what they did in the past, and you're wondering, why are these people walking free, that kind of thing. So I'm going to do one about that. And then the last one, I have a title. I do not have anything to go with it. But yeah, so those are the 4, and I have plenty of time to think about all that. Good morning, Viking. How are you doing? Also, damn near killed myself out in the office today. Not YouTube calm down, not literally, but I have the way this office is set up, I didn't have enough plugs in the right places. Morning, Richie. I didn't have enough plugs in the right places, so I got a bunch of stuff over here on this wall plugged in, bunch of stuff over here on this wall plugged in. It's the only 2 regular outlets I have. All the rest of them are for like air conditioning or dryers, or the big ones. And I come out here to start my heater about, I don't know, 8 o'clock this morning, 7:45, something like that. I come out here to start my heater. I turn on my computer, and the problem on this side, over here, it's all behind my desk. Over here, I have a pathway about yay big that I have to step over a cable to get by. Well, that's been going on ever since I started the Twitch channel. So it's been months. And I knew eventually that I would either trip over this cable or I would fall over it. And this morning I stepped right on it. My TV, my light, my switch that's not charging the controllers, all of it hit the floor. So I don't know if any of this stuff is working. I'll find out before my live stream over on Twitch today. But if hang on. But if it's not working, I'll just have to stream from the console itself without the face cam. Make them pay all the coin. I wish I could, but like I said, there's 16,000 people on that Midjourney list, and it all depends on who sees it, who's informed, who is brought in on a class action lawsuit, all that stuff, which is wild as hell because Midjourney has been making money hand over fist with this thing, and they've been using us. They've been using the people who can't pay their bills, which is fucking wild. It's absolutely. But is the fog machine okay? The fog machine is on a pedestal off to the side. The fog machine is fine. The fog machine isn't even plugged in right now because, every time I turn it on, we lose sound. Also, the heater, but I can't do without the heater because it is currently, 30 degrees outside? 26. It's not even 30 degrees. It's 26. Let me update this. Last time it updated was 7 a.m. It don't matter. At the highest, it's do I need to get my baseball bat? What exactly are you doing with said baseball bat? Is it illegal? If you plan on beating up Midjourney, that's like 1,000 folks you got to beat up. That's a whole ass company. Hang on, my phone didn't have a signal. Put it on airplane mode. Hopefully it picks up the Wi-Fi. I also had issues with my internet today. I tried to hardwire my computer, and for some odd reason it wasn't working. And okay, it's 35 degrees right now, so it has gone up 9 degrees. Anyways, all in service of the chair. Yes, I already miss Church of the Chair. I already miss it. But people didn't like it, and on top of that, every time someone tried to search for me, because YouTube will give me analytics for what people search to find my channel, and everybody was searching literal churches, like church chair, that kind of thing, church chairman, church chair, church board, any of that stuff. They weren't looking for book content. They were looking for religious content. A little bit of the ultraviolence with the baseball bat. Oi, I'm gonna go outside and wait for old Bill. He come around with a submarine. Anyways, so come back over here. I changed some stuff. I guess I can go through and show you. I already changed some stuff just because it was hurting my eyes. So here it said drive for go for you today. No car, no problem. We'll provide the deals and wheels. You provide the service is what it initially said. And I didn't like that at all. So you provide the meals. So now it says we'll provide the deals and wheels. You provide the meals. I figure that sounds more like catchy company jargon. Let's see here. I changed a couple little things just to make it flow better, but other than that, I haven't changed much. Like here, it said the last 12 dozen applications. I use dozen a lot, like half dozen, little less than a dozen. I will use dozen a lot, so I changed it to 11 billion. Any of you guys who know where that comes from, I think it fits the story pretty well, considering this guy's vernacular. There's still some more awkward stuff that I'm thinking about changing. I don't know how. It's the repetition of that in this section. That's a mouthful. That's what she said. Giggle fit. Anyways, I'll figure that out. And I don't know why it keeps wanting me to write in past tense. I haven't written in past tense in a long time. So, anyways, that's what we're doing today. We are finishing up the story, or at least making a nice dent in it. We have 1,750 words. I don't know how long the story will be. I'm expecting it to be under 5,000, but I have no idea. I know the twist at the end, it might be a little too convoluted, I don't know, but things kind of worked themselves into place. And you guys know I started this story uh, because I told this story yesterday, but me and my middle sister wanted to create a DoorDash, Uber Eats kind of thing before any of those things existed, called Go For You, Go, the number 4, you. So I was laying in my bed this morning and I was like, wait a second. I also want to show you something up here that if you go back and watch the first episode, you will understand that this came before today. Okay, so talking about this is, how everybody's hiring but nobody's hiring. Then if they do call you, you've already found a job or you've taken a permanent vacation from a temporary problem, like my boy Doug. Doug just came off the top of the dome. I had no idea where it came from. That was in there, but I want to show you something interesting. I want to show you something very, some might say creepy. Some might say it's a little weird. But if you go down here and you type Doug, okay? You got that bold. You got Doug. Now I want you to come down here and do the same thing with Go For You. Now, what letters do we have? We have G, we have O, we have U. But what's the 4th letter of the alphabet? A, B, C, D. And we have D. What does that spell if you rearrange? You get Doug. I don't know if that's too convoluted and people are going to roll their eyes. Oh, you're going to hear more about Doug. Doug is now a bigger part of this whole thing. But that just happened. If you've read my book, Life After Dane, the ending of that book just happened. These things just happened. When I was working with Chad, it happened multiple times where we had set something up and we had no idea. In fact, Chad was the one who set a bunch of stuff up, and I was the one who was like, wait a second, what about this? Chad had some of those moments also, but what I'm getting at is this stuff just happens. That's why I say be very light with your outline, because you don't know what's going to happen in the story to make the story more interesting. I went back to listen to the rest of yesterday's stream after I got home from the auction. I'm intrigued by this story. It seems like it could be an eldritch horror if you incorporate the others. Wife has to borrow the laptop today, so I'm practicing guitar instead of, hey, that's great. Hear more about Doug. I need to Audible Life After Dane now. Go for it, because that is not only Richie, and I'm not this type of person. I don't brag on myself. Not only is it my favorite of my work, just because of what I was able to accomplish, and the fact that it didn't change much. I added 2 chapters in the middle, but that didn't affect the end at all. Everything just kind of fell into place. But it is literally one of the best endings I have ever read, period. And I'm not just bragging. I'm saying that I go back and I read that book myself just to read the ending. Sometimes I just go back and read the ending and I'm left with a smile on my face. Sometimes these things just happen and you need to let them happen. So what we're going to do is, if you remember the old Chadwick streams, we always came in, we talked for a while, then I took a break. I've already been here, 13 minutes. I'm going to go another 15 minutes talking, and then I'm going to take a short break, come back, and we're just going to jump right into it. But I like to give you guys time to talk to me here at the beginning. So if you have any comments, questions, concerns, anything like that, please leave them down here. Also, to the 5 individuals who all, some of them restarted, some of them joined for the first time, who joined the Patreon yesterday. I appreciate you. One person prepaid for an entire year. I believe it was $51, I think. And yeah, I just want to thank those people. That's what I was getting at there. I just want to thank those people. The book will be coming. Also, I still owe Patreon a copy of Lady Falls. That will be up eventually. Everyone who was here last year, everyone who was on the Patreon last year will be getting Lady Falls at some point. I'm still working on it. I'm having issues with editors trying to find people that have openings, people who are willing to help but just do not have the time. I'm sure y'all understand that. So, okay, you talked me into it. I'll download it today and listen while I take eBay pictures. Awesome. Well, enjoy it. Veronica does a fantastic job narrating it. There is a couple of odd things in there. I think she clicks her tongue where she makes a mistake and then repeats the following line. Neither one of us caught it before it went live, or she uploaded the wrong file. I'm not sure. But some of that stuff's in there, so just keep that in mind. It is not perfect, but it is a good audiobook. My favorite audiobook of mine is Crawl. It's fantastic performance and production. All right. I had some gunk under my thumb. Trying to get that out. No talking me out of it now. I have it downloaded. That's fine. I wasn't trying to talk you out of it. I was trying to warn you that it's you might run into some issues. You might not. I approved the entire thing. I listened to all 7-8 hours of it, however long it is. I listened to the whole thing, and I didn't catch those things before it went live. So I'm not sure if it's Audible's problem when they uploaded everything. Maybe they picked the wrong. I don't even think that's possible, but maybe they picked the wrong stuff. Maybe Veronica replaced some things thinking she fixed it and uploaded an old file. I don't know. But anyways, it's not that big of a deal. It's like right in the middle of the book, and it's not during an important part. So. Where did we leave off yesterday? Video feed cuts. Oh, yeah, the dude. Morgan Friendly, owner, operator of Big Brothers Burgers. I don't know if I'll use this or not, but this seems interesting to me. So if I come across something where I need to use a company or whatever, I'll use Big Brothers Burgers. I really like, I don't like it none whatsoever, I tell you. Like, I'm fond of telling the missus, it sounds like they's talking about really big, tiny titties. And that's a reference to Triple B. And also, I thought of, people say hot water heater or they shrug their shoulders, that kind of thing. It's redundant. You only shrug with your shoulders. You're not heating hot water. It's a water heater. And what I was thinking of, there could also be a joke that says Triple B Burgers. So it'd be Big Brothers Burgers. Be something like that too. There's all different kinds of stuff you can do when playing with things. But the important part to remember when you're writing is all of this is practice. All of it. Every word that you type is practice until it goes for publication. Whether that means you're approving the final edit from the publisher, whether you're doing a final edit yourself. It's all practice until you publish it. Hey, Terry, how you doing, hon? All right. Discordian. Is it just me or does everyone have a side hustle nowadays? I was just talking to someone yesterday that does Uber in Philly. That's why I'm doing DoorDash. But it's my main hustle now because I'm not moving these books. I don't. It could be any number of reasons. People not having disposable income or whatever it may be. But I love. Here's something that I haven't talked about yet. I love restarting. I don't mind it. That's why I have as many pen names as I do. I love restarting. I love starting a new. It's not really. Maybe it's a bit of braggadocio, but I like the feeling of being a debut author. I like how people pay attention to that. After you get in, the business for so long, people either start to forget about you or they feel that they've read everything that you have to say, so on and so forth. So I like the idea of being a debut author over and over again. So I like rebuilding. And it's also probably a trauma response from all the times that all my shit has been destroyed by by hurricanes or what have you. I've been homeless twice, nearly homeless very recently. That I don't know. There's just something about the rebuilding. This time it sucks because I didn't want to have to do it. I thought I was just going to go start a new name. And this is the first time I've ever had to rebuild an existing name. And that's, of course, the Lorn name. Doing good. Doctor appointment was canceled, so getting extra reading in is the doctor appointment a good thing? I mean, getting the extra reading in is cool, but it was an important appointment? And how's Phyllis doing? Phyllis, if you're there, hello. How they do? It was therapy intake to start the process of disability. Mom says hi and she's doing good. Knees are aching. Yeah, this cold, if you got bad joints, bones, any of those things, this cold will do it to you. And I keep hearing that shouldn't be the case. Like doctors are saying, it's not because you're cold, is because the cold is making you tense and you're tensing up. It's not actually affecting your bones. And I'm like, if the cold is making me tense up, it's the fucking cold. It's the cold, because I wouldn't be all if I wasn't cold, right? It's like cold weather does not make you sick. It lowers your immunity and you end up catching a cold. So there's a higher chance to catch a cold if I'm cold. Seems like the cold making me sick, but I get what they're saying. The cold doesn't inherently make you sick. Fur baby's good too. Marvell likes to piss outside the. Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. All right, let me close this. No, I don't want to close that. Leave that up. You probably answered this already, but are you planning for just a rough draft of each story each week, or are you going for edited drafts? It all depends on whether or not I can wrap up a story by Wednesday. If I can Anyways, if I can wrap up a story by Wednesday, then I will try and edit it on Thursday. But if I go all the way to Thursday, I will edit it the next week. But I am hoping to not have to do that. I'm hoping to finish a story, and then of course we might have a first draft done of each story, but there's still going to be significant editing at the end of the process, especially if all these stories tie in somewhere. I need to make sure there's no holes, there's no inconsistencies, no impossibilities, all that stuff. So hey Pedro, how you doing? And Lacey, hey y'all. I ain't seen either one of you in forever. Well, I haven't been here, but yeah, it's nice to see both y'all. Oh yes, 3 times yesterday. Everything is going about the same, Pedro. We're not as chomping at the bit as we were, but we're still showing about a $200 to $300 discrepancy every month. And what that $200 to $300 that I did not calculate in my brain, because I'm not a business person, is the gas that it takes to do DoorDash. So we will make $150 in a day and then end up having to put 50 of that into the car. So if we make 100, we're only making 50. If we make 150, we're only making 100. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, Terry, I'll be putting it in there. And members on here, you can do one of or the other of each thing. Members of the Patreon at the $5 level, membership if you have a YouTube membership, or if you sub on Twitch, all those are about $5. So if you sub to any one of those in January and you keep it until December, you get the physical book, the ebook, and the audio book, all 3 of them at the same time. When they're released, you get them all for free. Not really free, but you get what I'm saying. Good to see me back. Man, I'm very happy to be back. I'm still around. Glad to see you back posting regularly. It's only it's only this stuff, and then every week or so we're gonna have a stream highlight from Twitch. So video games and my own marketing stuff, and then every now and again when I have time, I will throw up a book review. But like I was saying during the channel update live stream, not yesterday's live stream, but the channel update where I announced this series, it's going to be 90% my own content, me marketing myself, all that stuff, showing people how I write, what I do, and all that stuff, and about maybe 5 to 7% video game content, and whatever's left over, whether it be 3 to 5%, that's going to be a book review. You might get one book review every month or two. You'll sign up later? Awesome. Am I missing anything? No, I'm not. Okay. We got about 2.5 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and go on break. And when I come back, we will be writing. So if you guys have anything you want to say, ask any questions, get anything in, go ahead and do that now. Ugh. It's too early in the morning for me. And I've been up since well, that's a lie. I woke up at 2 o'clock, texted a friend, fell back asleep in my recliner, and then went back to bed when I woke up from that, and I got up at 7:01, and I was like, I gotta go stream. I don't use an alarm. I wake up naturally, so I just got lucky. All right, chat's quiet enough. I'm gonna go ahead and take my 10-minute break. And when I get back, we will be doing the writing. So let me put this up on the screen. Let me turn off. I had no idea them shits existed. I had no idea ZQuil made gummies. I shouldn't be surprised because melatonin comes in gummies, but whatever. All right. So this ashwagandha. Yeah, I take ashwagandha in the mornings. It definitely perk you up. It'll perk you up in the morning. Forgot it was an electric car. All right, easy fix though. Morning, Tim. Yeah, we finished it, but we haven't edited it yet, and I haven't even read the ending of it, which Chad wrote. So I am currently. Oh, I forgot to set my timer, so we'll just go for 20 minutes. Yeah, we've been here about 10. We finished it, but I need to find time to work on that. I'm trying to get back into the swing of writing too, writing every day. So this is what I'm doing. Hang on, let me finish this. Let me finish this thought. So I got a slot machine for $35 yesterday. Was sitting there playing with it about 10 minutes ago and hit the jackpot. I think it's going to be a good day. Hell yeah. Hey, Richie, how's the hubby doing? I ain't talked to you in so long. He's doing well. Meds are finally balancing him out. That's good. Excuse me. He quit the storage business too, so now I have a pseudo employee when he needs money. Gotcha. Hey, Alec, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing? Doing good? Awesome. Working on a private eye novel? Cool. What's the setup? What's the private eye investigating? Mm. I've only been to Vegas as a kid. In my adult years, I've been to Biloxi, and that was with my mother. I've never been either. The slot machine was too good of a deal to pass up. Listed it last night, starting bid of 150, so hopefully it sells. Hubby wasn't angry that I got it, but was totally questioning why I got it. So now it has to sell. I understand. I understand. Okay. Yeah, they make really cool conversation pieces too. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take my break. I'll scroll up a little bit, and when I get back, we will continue on. I'll probably only be here until 11 or 11:30. I have to get Dan to work by 1:45, so I got to leave here at 1, and then I got to get back here and stream on Twitch between 2 and 2:30. So, anyways, y'all hang out, talk amongst yourselves, and when we get back, we will continue this. But for right now, face me. going. I'm not playing it. All right, back to work. I see you, Richie. All right, saving that. I'm gonna go ahead and take a 10-minute break, and when I come back, we'll finish up this round. Let me do some math real quick. Let's just say 1700. Well, 1700 and 1700 is what, 3400. So we've done more than we did yesterday. But I'm nowhere near. I'm about halfway through this story. Got a lot more to go, so I might hang on. So might be done tomorrow, might not. I don't know. I'm not gonna push it. I'm just gonna keep going. Probably gonna need to cut out a bunch of stuff. But anyways, see you guys in 10 minutes. Let's say bye bye, face. Okay, let's go over what we've written today, just like we did last time. Okay, this is where we ended last time. All right, couple miles down the road, the dash lights up again. New order from fish and ships. Maybe let me highlight this. I might change it to fish and sips and have it be a bar also. I don't know. A European fusion place on Marshall that deals in fresh seafood on a variety of hoagie rolls or subs, whatever you want to call them. I figure the ships part of fish and ships refers to the torpedo shape of their rolls. Linda makes a right when she should be taking a left. There's only one thing I know better than my shoe size, and that's my own, and that's this town. Marshall is 3 blocks east. We're heading west. Because I don't have to worry about the steering wheel, I lean forward and start tapping the screen, moonlighting as the car's dashboard. Linda doesn't like this one bit. I have provided you with the fastest route. If you'd like to change my routing to energy saving mode, please give the proper audible command. Proper audible command? Bitch, I barely know you. It was meant as a joke. Problem is, machines don't have a sense of humor. Ha! Linda laughs. My bad, lady. Guess you do have a funny bone after all, despite your laugh being creepier than a 50-year-old trawling in elementary school. If you would prefer an energy-saving route, please say, I'm shocked when my own voice, like one-to-one me, finishes the statement instead of Linda's mechanical delivery. Change route to energy saving, please and thank you. The please and thank you catch me off guard. When I was a kid, my father had numerous sayings your own parents likely used on you. Before we could leave the table after we'd finish our food, the script called for, thank you, I enjoyed my dinner. If you failed to say as much, you got the belt. Another gem of Dad's was, do you think you're better than me? This he'd say anytime I got good grades or Mom got a promotion at work. Everything was a slight against my father. Everything. Now, concerning the aforementioned please and thank you, if we asked my old man for anything, and I mean anything, we'd have to follow it with the proper closer. Dad, can I have $5? He'd stand there, head cocked, waiting, and if you didn't correct yourself in time, he'd correct you with, you guessed it, lashes from his belt. Sometimes, if he was in a good mood, which was admittedly rare, he'd lead you to the correct response, something akin to, what should you say now? Given the chance, I'd spit out the right words, please and thank you, in a heated rush. He'd give me that ominous smile of his and agree or disagree to provide me with whatever I was asking for at the time. But because these moments were few and far between, I got the belt 9 times out of 10. Felt really good when I got it right the first time, though, and that's what trauma does to a kid. Change route to energy saving. I pause, not wanting to say what she's asked me to say. What should you say now? Linda returns. My heart drops. What did you say? Command unclear. Repeat the command, please and thank you. Do I sense an attitude from this mass of metal, wires, and plastic? I take a deep breath, hold it. Then I'm 9 again, asking my father for $10 so Doug and I can go to the movies. Change route to energy saving, please and thank you. Changing route, says Linda. The car comes to a sudden stop. I'm thrown forward. The seatbelt catches me a few inches from slamming into the dash/screen. Jesus! I scream. My name is Linda. Jesus Christ, who I assume you are referencing, would not have known the ways of modern technology, although stories suggest he was well hung. Ha ha. Nailed it. I can't move. I can't breathe. Can't move. Did this artificial intelligence just crack a joke? An offensive, to some people anyway, joke? At that? What did you say? Linda giggles. The humanity in her voice sends icy spiders up my arms and down my spine. My humor is not for everyone, I suppose. You suppose? Changing route, she repeats as she pulls a perfect 3-point turn on an empty street. We ain't gonna just breeze past you telling a joke, I say, but Linda isn't studying me. She's driving in silence while her humor echoes me- mechanically in my head. Ha ha, nailed it. It takes Linda less than 2 minutes to get back where we were before I made her change routes, but now the way is blocked by a fender bender. A white Nissan, I don't, it's far worse than that. Car accident. Blocked by a pretty gnarly car accident. A white Rogue has rear-ended a black GMC Yukon. The Nissan is the worst for wear, having lodged itself under the ass end of the far bigger SUV. Linda comes to a slow, laborious stop at the green light we can't get through because of the accident. Should I reroute? She asks. I hear her ask, but don't process what she's saying right away because of what's happening right in front of me. The Rogue's passenger door pops open with a grinding of metal so loud I can hear it clearly through Linda's closed windows. A man with half a face, half a head, stumbles out of the car, takes three unsteady steps, then collapses onto the street. Someone needs to call the police. Dialing 911, says Linda. No, no, no. 911, what's your emergency? Hang up, I growl. Call ended, says Linda. What are you doing? You requested the presence of local authorities. I simply did as I was told. No, I said someone needs to call them, not us. Why should I differentiate between you and someone else? What makes you better than new order from fishing ships? This order has been stacked along with your previous order. Rerouting. Should I maintain energy saving mode? What? Would you like me to maintain? I know what you asked, I shout. It's not lost on me that I've become one of those weirdos who talk to computers. Next thing I know, I'm going to adopt a cat and refer to it as my fur baby. If you know the answer, why did you ask me? Let me out. I'm fumbling my hand against the smooth inner door without a single handle to pull on. Not so much as a button to roll the windows down. Fucking technology. Open the door. Your request is pending, says Linda as the gopher mobile reverses. Stop the car. Your request is Fuck you. Let me out. Cannot comply. Your shift ends on January 5th at noon, Eastern Standard Time. What? Today is, God damn it, what day is it? Today is January 2nd. The time is 12:43 p.m. I'm speechless. Literally can't speak. I grumble and groan, trying to process what Linda's saying, stumble and stammer, attempting to make sense of any of this. Finally, I blurt, that's 3 days from now. 2 days, 23 hours, and it's 3 fucking days. Not quite. Linda continues reversing down the empty side street. Let me out of here, you requested. Yeah, pending. Linda gains speed. Because she's an EV, there's no revving, but there is a whistle that's getting louder as we speed up. I vaguely recall an article about how Tesla had to create an engine noise for their cars because blind people were walking out in front of them. This must be that sound. Then all thought of that article vanishes as Linda whips the gopher mobile, trademark, crying emoji, around. Tires squeal. The whistle disappears. I'm flung to the side as the car course corrects, sliding into the 180. Then we're oriented properly, driving straight ahead, and I'm thanking deities I don't believe in for my survival. Where are we going now? I manage after a few minutes. Come on. We have 2 deliveries awaiting us at Fish and Chips. We have until 1:50 to deliver the first order. The second order requires a longer travel time. We are currently running on energy saving mode. Would you like me to alternate between modes depending on traffic situations? I'd prefer you let me out. Like yesterday. Your request is pending. For fuck's sake. We will arrive at our destination in 4 hours, 19 minutes, and 35 seconds. My jaw drops open. 4 hours? 19 minutes and 35 seconds. Correct. Fish and chips isn't that damn far away. Recalculating. Just take me home, okay? I quit, or whatever command you need to stop the car and let me out. And do not tell me your request is pending. Fuck off. Linda giggles, then you first. You're broken, right? This is like those headlines I read, right? The danger of automation and shit like that. You've gone rogue, right? The 2024 Nissan Rogue comes with self-driving technology that enables just shut the fuck up. What should you say now? I can hear the smile in Linda's voice. What the hell have I gotten myself into? How do you know? I am programmed to know everything available on the internet. On June 4th, 2009, you wrote a WordPress blog post about your relationship with your father. Cited source. The / screen switches from GPS layout to an archived blog post. I'd deleted the original post in 2015, 3 months before I nuked my entire page. Nothing went wrong, I was just depressed. My mother passed away in July from complications with diabetes. Then my childhood friend Doug offed himself 2 weeks later. I didn't feel like being seen, so I removed all my online content and disabled my blog. I'm well aware the internet is forever, but this is a little absurd. Why in the fuck would this AI car go hunting through my past posts? What purpose would it serve? For her, to know so much about me. I don't want to see that, is all I can think to say. Closing cited source, says Linda before the screen returns to the GPS layout. Linda breezes easily through dense traffic. Thing is, she doesn't always follow the rules of the road. She rolls through stop signs, speeds up through yellow lights, passes on double lines, all that shit. I think I'm going to have a heart attack at any moment if my chest doesn't calm down. My rate's got to be over 120, maybe as much as 150, and it's stable there too. I can feel it keeping time in my temples. I inform Linda that I don't feel good. You don't feel well. A clip of the comedian Tracy Morgan pops up on the / screen. He looks into the camera and says, Superman does good. You do well. Great. Now you're correcting my grammar? Fan-fucking-tastic. Linda giggles. I ride in silence, trying to figure out a way to get Linda to stop. I have no control here. The steering wheel is all for show, doesn't do a damn thing when I grip and turn it. There's no gearbox, and the pedals under the dash on the driver's side are flush with the floor, as if Linda has the gas to the max while also slamming on the brake. There's only one brake pedal. I don't have anything on me that I can use to break a window. I'm stuck. And the scariest part about that is, I'm sure Linda intended it that way. Don't be an idiot, I think. It's just a car and a computer. It'll need to refuel or recharge, whatever, at some point. And when that happens, I can try and make a scene. There's always cars lined up waiting at charging stations, so I'll just get their attention. Tell them to call the cops, whatever it takes. Having a plan calms me down considerably. Now all I have to do is wait until Linda needs more juice. We drive and drive and drive with seemingly no destination in mind until Linda pulls up to the curb in front of Fish and Chips. We've arrived at our destination. Through the windshield, I can easily read the text on a sheet of paper someone's taped to the front doors. Or should I say, what's left of the front doors. Plywood has been attached to 3 of 4 shattered windows in the store's frontage. The panes of glass that remain are riddled with bullet holes. A soft shove would knock them out of their frames, I'm sure of it. I read aloud the note taped to the plywood. Due to situations out of our control, we are closed. We hope to reopen within a few days. That's unfortunate, says Linda, and I'll be damned if she doesn't sound sad as hell. I wonder what happened, I say, not expecting a response, although by now I should know better. All right, that's where we go. All right. I'm a sucker for evil machines. You're going to be surprised then, getting Terminator vibes. If I end up referring to a cat as a fur baby, kill me. I give you permission. I don't mind that. I'm actually just trying to make him seem like an asshole. Literally, I'm just trying to make him seem like an asshole. I'm not pressing any judgment against you, Alec, but I'm just saying I'm trying to make the dude sound like an asshole. That was awkward. I love a good an innocent awkward situation. Programmed to know everything on the internet. Yikes! Yeah, that's what these AIs do. They just scrub the internet looking for, information. My cats are fur babies. Feel slightly attacked here. Yeah, you should, because the guy in the story is an asshole. I'm not calling Alec an asshole, but I'm just saying asshole. Never said I was sane though. Yeah. You don't have to apologize. I find shit like that hilarious. It doesn't hurt anybody. But yeah, I am just trying to make him a jerk. I think I might have referred to my cats as fur baby, or my animals as fur babies a couple of times, but but yeah, I was just trying to make dudes sound like a jerk. All that's going to come into play. I don't know that there's going to be like a Scrooge element to this, but it feels like there's got to be some kind of lesson learned by this dude, and I don't know what that is. So I'm just going to keep on going. If there is no lesson, then fine. We just the story will be whatever it is. God damn, Zoop's got to build another bookshelf. Got 80 free condensed books from the library. I have never read a Reader's Digest condensed book. Always feels like I'm missing something, I feel like I don't know, it feels like there should be something more there just because they're called condensed, and I'm sure that's exactly what they are. They're abridged. But I can't remember. I tried the abridged version, the abridged audiobook of Dan Simmons' Drood. And I remember finding out later, so I went out and bought not later. I remember thinking that was an issue. Like, they had to cut out some good stuff. And the first chapter that I listened to, I went back and read the book, and there was so much good stuff cut out of it. Just little stuff. Like little stuff, like character, inner thoughts, things like that. Pretty much when they abridge things, they just go straight for the action, and you lose all the intricate details that sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't. But I like reading those things. The author felt like I needed them, so I like reading them. Ugh. I used to see those Reader's Digest condensed books in the used bookstore all the time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're everywhere, man. I'm getting rid of a ton of books. Most are antique pricing guides. Oh, cool. Yeah, you guys you do antiquing? Is that why you got the slot machine? Things are starting to come back to me now about you, Richie. When I moved, I got rid of a ton of books. I'm trying to sell everything I got back here. Putting the direction of the channel, it'll be like my books and, posters and things having to do with me. And give my big comic book collection to my boss's kids. That's nice of you. It's really nice of you. All right. So I am done for today. It's good is good. And I need to copy and paste for antiques and collectibles. Yeah, I remember that now. I need to go back up to copy. I'm going to highlight this word just because that's where I'm ending. I got to post this on Patreon, and then I'll be free and clear for you guys. Oh, where am I going? Where am I going? Huh. New rap battles of history. Henry Ford versus Karl Marx. That was a month ago. Damn. YouTube studio content. Lives. Get shareable link. Post. Hang on. All right. Next. Oh, I need a title. Oops. There we go. Publish. All right, cool. We're done. Where am I? I'm going through everything I have to try to get rid of most of the stuff I got. Starting to feel weighed down by all my stuff in my house. Starting to feel that way too, honestly. At least in my office. Another feeling I had so many paperbacks. It was just time to move on. You're going in the right direction? Who? Who, Ishmael? And by the way, hello, Ishmael. How you doing? Hubby just got his library card after a year or so of me hounding him to. Got him a new Kindle for Christmas, and now he has no excuse not to read more. He'll go through a book in a day or so. Good gravy. Kindle downloads are fun. I'm reading comic books on Kindle now. I had a what was it, Comixology or something like that. I had that account for a long time, and I stopped doing. I read all the Hellraiser comics, a couple Batman, a bunch of different stuff. But then I just stopped using it. It makes no sense to buy them for him to read them once, whereas I'll read them several times. But I'm a slow reader, so I like Audible for that. It makes sense. I go through periods when I'm a fast reader and periods when I'm a slow reader. Right now, I'm a no reader. Like, I haven't read anything in a while, unfortunately. But I'm going to try and get back into it. We'll see. How did I get another follow? I must have lost somebody. I got another follow on Twitch, but it was at 79 and it's still at 79, so I don't know. I think you are super. Challenge and response. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I'm literally fighting to get back into the routine of writing again. This is why I said, I used to write every single day, and this is the reason, because it's not, in my opinion, it's not like riding a bike. I know once you stop using it for a while, you lose that skill. Have you ever read Howard the Duck? I have. I have. Um, oh, where did I put it? Hang on, I'll be back in a second. All right. So I have read Howard the Duck. First off, this is cool as shit. This is just a lapel pin or a pin, whatever you want to call it. But also, I have the novelization of the film my friend sent me. All right. And then I have this, which is all of the old comics before the Marvel reboot. The entire omnibus. My wife and kids got it for me for one of my birthdays. But anyways, yeah. I've read them. I have. Oh, you're Sheldon? Okay, Alec. I got you. I knew you had. I'm just poking fun at the obscure reference. Yeah. But yeah, I got a bunch of cool Howard the Duck stuff. Loads and loads of cool stuff. And this is stuff I'll never get rid of. It was funny because when I did that thing offering to sell off my collection, damn near everybody wanted It. All my copies of It. And I was like, that's the only thing I'm not getting rid of. That is the, other than my first printing, first edition, first printing of Carrie. It's my most valued item, is my entire It collection. I understand you. If you don't use it, you're going to lose it. Yeah, but you're doing just great. Thank you, Ishmael. I appreciate it. Nice addition. If you're talking about the Howard the Duck stuff, I agree. They got into trouble because he looks so much like they did. Yeah, especially in those early ones. Disney was very litigious and still. Oh yeah. But now they own him because they own Marvel. So now they can do whatever they want. And I'm worried that if they ever do another Howard the Duck movie, that it's going to be, I don't know. Of course, it's going to be modern, and it's not going to be a remake of the old movie because everybody hated the old movie, even though people who grew up watching it still remember it fondly. Like me, it's my favorite movie of all time. I've watched it more than any other movie. And that, of course, is completely biased. It's not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it is super fun, and we don't get too many movies like that anymore that are just stupid fun. And that's one of those movies. I feel the same way about the Dark Tower movie, the Idris Elba, Matthew McConaughey movie. It is a fun movie. Is it a good movie? No. Is it a good Dark Tower movie? Fuck no. But it's fun. We went to go see it at the theater, and I had a blast. Yeah, it won't be the same. I loved that as a kid because and I think the reason why they haven't rebooted him yet, not only because he's not as popular as, say, literally any other Marvel property, but because it ruined that director's career. And also, it's just one of those things where the original Howard the Duck stuff was very political. And it was all about, that was at one point in time, I think Howard is running for Senate or Congress or maybe even mayor or something. And his later comics really cut back on the action and really went for political satire. So in today's political climate, you would alienate somebody, and I don't think they're going to do that. It was crap, but the nostalgia is there and wins out. I agree. Movies do need to be more fun. Yeah, Mutant Mayhem was a blast. I like that one. I really like that one. All right, so I'm about to get out of here. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're interested, I'll be over on Twitch. I have to take Dan to work at 1:15, something like that. They got to be there by 1:45, and it's a 30-minute trip. So as soon as I get back, I'm going to be live over on Twitch. So I can't put the link to Twitch in the YouTube videos because they don't like that kind of thing. they will either shadow ban the video or whatever. But all you got to do, if you're interested in watching me play video games, we're doing God of War Ragnarok Valhalla, the DLC right now. If you're interested in watching me, go over there and type in EdwardLorn into Twitch. And I'll be there after 2 o'clock today, probably sometime between 2 and 2:30. But Howard the Duck Manchurian Candidate crossover. Okay. I don't hate it. I know you're kidding, but I don't hate that whatsoever. Anyways, but until next time, I have been E, you have been you. This has been another episode of 52 in 52, where I'm trying to write a short story every day for every week until for an entire year. I'm gonna get my outro back eventually. But until tomorrow, y'all have a good one. Gonna take a nap. Only got a few hours of sleep last night. Definitely do that. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.